I think it's really important when people are deploying IoT devices, and in fact when I'm talking to customers I almost say this in two different ways. The first thing I say is that you need to expect and you need to get 100% connectivity from your supplier, and that's our aim, and that's our expectation, that every customer, every device will have 100% connectivity over all geographies and over all time. But I also, when I'm talking to customers, have to say that when you're designing your system, think about how would it work if that connectivity wasn't working this well. And by putting those two together, what we see is we can get really reliable IoT devices that give a really good customer experience. We think it's really important to have 100% connectivity because there are cost and reputational damages when we don't have 100% connectivity. So for example, if somebody's trying to charge an EV car and they come up to a charge post and it's not working because the connection's down, then that gives them real problems because actually they feel cheated because they've come to use something and it's not there. So getting as close as possible to that 100% connectivity really matters. And this is a really good example for a charge post because not only is it reputational damage because people do have choices and they can go to another supplier and charge their cars in a different way, but also it has real commercial impact. For example, whilst that post is not connecting, then nobody's using it and it's not gaining any revenue. And some fast chargers can be very expensive to install, and therefore that's a very expensive asset that has to be used and has to be used every day. And therefore, while that's not in use, that's a very expensive cost to the business. But also, for somebody to go and fix that device, if they've got to go and look at it and understand why the connection's gone down, is actually very expensive as well. And that work has to be scheduled, somebody has to travel, it can be expensive. So there's a number of ways where it really impacts the business case if people aren't getting 100% connectivity.